Hey guys, this is Corey here with Concert Crap, and I'm here speaking with Stef, the vocalist of the band City of the Week. How you doing today, Stef?
Awesome! Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you once again for doing this. All right, so I'm sure you guys, maybe everybody doesn't know you guys yet. Who exactly is City of the Week?
City of the Week are a group of kids from, I guess not like kids, young adults from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we play kind of like pop rock music,
Uh-huh.
and we kind of are really, lately we've been embracing the Minneapolis St. Paul arts culture and kind of trying to infuse that into our, look and sound a little bit. So, yeah.
Can you talk about a brief history about you and the band and how long you guys have been together?
Yeah, when I was 18 years old, I moved from um, Glen Montana,
Hmm.
and I moved to the downtown St. Paul, and I started attending music school. And my dream was to start a band. So all I wanted to do ever. And so I started going to music school to find bandmates, and obviously went through a lot of lineup changes as a young, teenager,
Hmm.
and just kind of kept cycling through until we just started touring right away. I just got everybody on the road, with well before we should have been on the road. But when you're, a teenager, my policy, like as a business person, is um, always be doing something.
Hmm.
Even if you're not ready, you feel like you're not ready, you don't think you have the resources to do it anyway, and keep doing it. Because you can always do it again and improve, but you can't always go back, and you can't, I don't know. That's my policy, is always be doing something, because even if you regret it, even if it's too early, at least you did it and you can learn from it.
Hmm.
So, and we just started playing shows and touring, and kind of built it from there. We've done 16 self-booked tours, and played lots of festivals around the country.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's kind of it, I guess.
You mentioned you guys sound like pop rock. Can you describe your sound?
Yeah.
Can you describe your sound a little more for those who have not heard you yet?
So when we started, we didn't really know what we wanted to be 4 years ago.
Hmm.
So we kind of had an. I've always been very pop focused as a vocalist, because I like catchy melody. I mean, that's like when you turn on the radio and you hear like Blank Space or any pop song. It's undeniable because of that melody. So I've always,
Hmm.
all of our music is very, very catchy. It has that melody, just singing, no screaming at all. But we still, as a young band, we always try to appeal. Metal is very big in Minneapolis, so we always try to appeal the metal crowd. So
Hmm.
we always had like the guitars being very like heavy. And our drummer, our first drummer was a metal drummer, metal jazz actually, which is really weird. And but we've softened our sound over the years, kind of as we've focus being more of like kind of the mainstream pop rock, while still maintaining the artistic integrity of something very original.
What are one or two songs that you'd pick from your own band to tell some that you would give someone that has not heard you yet and say, "This is my band and this is what we're all about."
Just Another Eulogy. It was off our last record.
Mhm.
We actually, for the video, we rented out a prison to shoot the video, which was awesome. And then White Fire Alarm. It was off our first record. It was the first thing. It was like the first song we like put on a record, and it was people. It still is our most popular song today. Like, it sells better than anything else, and people go crazy over it. So
Why do you
White Fire Alarm and Just Another Eulogy.
why do you think those two songs are the standout songs?
Well, we released them as singles and we did videos for them, but the chorus for White Fire Alarm is so undeniable. There's like woes in it, and so like it's really easy to sing along to. And it's White Fire Alarm is actually funny. It's like our most basic song. Like, it's literally the same. I kind of, to unleash a secret, that one's actually like the same, like four chords over and over, I think.
Hmm.
So it doesn't do anything super crazy, but it has that intro guitar riff, da da na 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 na, like over and over, that just like catches you.
Uh, I
And
saw.
then Eulogy, just Another Eulogy, the chorus literally is "Don't you know who the fuck I am?"
Uh,
Which, that, I mean, who doesn't like that? Like, it's so fun.
who were some of your idols growing up musically?
Well, I got started into country music because I'm from Montana. So Shania Twain, I remember Up was the first. record that I remember having. I bought it at Kmart for like $19, and she had a country. She released two versions of Up. She had a when you bought the disc, you got a country version and a pop version,
Uh-huh.
and I thought it was really, really neat to hear like the artistic differences. But I was obviously drawn more toward like the pop, and I liked how it had like a little bit of a rock edge to it. That was when country was really starting to. I mean, this was what 2000 or whatever. So that's when country started to become more pop and rock elements started to be more infused into it.
Mm-hmm.
So listening to her pop version, like the pop rock version, I was like, this is really cool. And I started then getting into more of like the emo scene, you know, My Chemical Romance. Later on in middle school, then like
Mm-hmm.
Good Charlotte, Simple Plan, I was like, wow, like this is so much better than country. This is like this. I felt like it related to me. And then through high school, Linkin Park was a huge one. Chiodos through like college. I'm still a huge Chiodos fan.
Who are some of your favorite artists right now?
Right now, I've been listening to the new Before Their Eyes record,
Mm-hmm.
Which Craig Owens from Chiodos actually did. He produced it, which is really cool. I'm still stuck on, this is kind of old, I know, but Rihanna's Unapologetic record.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently got into that one probably like 6 months ago, and I like haven't stopped listening to it. And then I'm trying to think of, I know I listened to, the new single from Issues, The Realist. I really like that song.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of a song person. That's the Spirit. That's what I've been listening to. Bring Me the Horizon. We actually saw them live last weekend. We
Mm-hmm.
played Northern Invasion with them, and it was really cool to see them play a lot of the songs from that record.
Yeah,
So I think it's a dope record.
yeah, that's one of my favorite albums of last year, definitely. I saw good thing you mentioned the Northern Invasion because that was going to be my next question. That was last weekend in Wisconsin. You guys played. You guys were like one of the first bands that played. How was that?
It was awesome. You know, we were there the first day because we were on the third stage. This is the first day out of the third stage, and
Mm-hmm.
we got to the first day. The third stage was kind of off from the rest of the festival, and the first day, like there was like nobody there while we were at the stage for the first couple hours, and we're like, oh no, we're playing nobody. But we got there the next day. I didn't even look at the crowd. I just like walked on stage as the first song was playing, and it's packed. Like it was completely packed. And because we played right at noon, like that's like first
Mm-hmm.
band of the day. It was completely packed, and people loved it. Our meet and greet was a huge success. It was our meet and greet was like way better than we expected. Everything was way better than we expected. Just because that when you take kind of a hiatus for 6 months,
Uh-huh.
writing, you know, you kind of you don't know what to expect if people are going to forget about you or, we haven't been doing a ton of stuff lately, so it was really cool to see like our whole fan base, a lot of old fans and friends, and as well as a ton of new ones who had been really excited to see us for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So it was awesome. It was one of our best shows ever.
That's great. Good. Glad to hear that from you guys. I noticed also you guys are playing the Open Air Festival in July in I believe that's Chicago, right?
Oh yeah, it's so fun.
What are you guys doing as a band? What are you doing so right that you're being added to these huge festivals?
Well, we have a really, really good resume. I mean, the thing is, a lot of bands don't understand um, is that you have to just take every opportunity. So, like when we're starting out, obviously as a band, I literally threw us on every show I could possibly get us on,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's how you start building a fan base. You know, you have to play every single week in your hometown, and then as we started to grow fan base, we spread out our shows and get more and more people. And then I'm a hustler. Like I went to school for music business. I network like crazy. I remember every single night when I started out here, I was out on the streets talking to people. I was at shows. I would go. I remember taking the bus from show. Like I would do like 3 to 4 shows a night if I could swing it. Like be there for an hour, talk to everybody, go to the next show. And then in 2014 we played 120 shows that year.
Uh-huh.
2015 we did about 100. And I would just get on the smaller festivals that I would be able to like talk us into and be like, look, we have X amount draw in this area. Like it will be really helpful. We'll be willing to sell tickets, which a lot of bands are willing to do. But ticket sales are awesome. Like you get a portion of them.
Mm-hmm.
You get to keep some of the profits, and it ensures people will be there. It forces you to network. It forces you to talk to people to get those tickets sold. And so we did a lot of the smaller festivals or festivals I could get us on. We did Warped Tour, we did one date on Warped Tour, one date on the All Stars Tour, and then Chicago Open Air. It was, I don't know. I mean, we have a really nice agent who was able to kind of reach out and get us on there. It's a huge lineup, so we're actually shocked and really honored to be on it.
Yeah, glad you guys are playing that. That's great for your band, and your work ethic just sounds amazing. You guys are just grinding all the time, so that's great. I mean, that's what you got to do, right?
Oh, totally.
Where are you guys hoping to play next, and who are you hoping to tour with in the future?
I mean, we're hopefully going to start touring in the fall. We're going to be releasing some music this summer. Our last release was early 2014, so we're due for a new album.
Mm-hmm.
And so right now we've been writing the past 6 months. We're going to the studio actually on Monday.
Oh, wow.
So we're really, really excited about that. And so hopefully we can have a single out of the video, because we can't just release a single. We have to do a video for it, make a huge production. Our last video, we rented out a tower, like a skyscraper in Minneapolis. So this one we have to go even bigger. And we want to make it really big and do a big campaign around it. And hopefully then touring in the fall. We want to get back on the road. It's been so long, we feel like. I mean, we're kind of up for a lot of tours right now. I personally think it would be really good to play with Pretty Reckless. I think that would be a really good fan crossover. Taylor Momsen's she's so edgy and so cool, and I think it would translate well as far as fan base. So yeah.
What else do you guys have in store for the rest of the year? You kind of just summed it up, but can you say anything else that you'd like to say that you haven't already said?
Yeah, I mean, basically Monday we're leaving for Detroit, and we'll be in the studio for a couple weeks recording the next record, and we're actually working with Craig Owens. He's going to be producing it,
wow,
which is really cool because he's been a really big influence on me. I think he's the perfect person to do the record because he's a very, very charismatic vocalist, very charismatic front person. So, and that's kind of what we wanted in a producer. We had others lined up. We talked to a lot of people about doing it, but and they're all great people that we talked to. I mean, we love them and we're friends with a lot of them. But we really wanted to find the perfect person that we feel would bring the vocals to the best point that they could be and really shine while still maintaining, a good rock sound, and also maintaining our artistic integrity. We didn't want to really go in the studio and be plowed over by let's just make it boring and radio friendly. Not that radio friendly is boring, but kind of mowing over our originality. That's a big part of who we are, is our groovy kind of pop feel. So we wanted to be able to keep it. Yeah, and then touring.
We'll definitely keep an ear out for that. Is there anything else you would like to say about your about your fans, about the record, about any shows, about anything at all before we wrap this up?
Yeah, just a huge thank you to everybody that supported us. It's cool to see everybody stick with us while we're writing and they're really playing out. So, just a thank you. I mean, our fans and our friends are the reason that we exist and can do what we do, and they're the reason that we were able to quit our jobs for 2 years and tour and live in a van and be in a new city every night, meeting people, and I mean, it's a dream. I mean, it's a dream to really just go and meet new people, and thanks to everybody that's bought our record. We're on iTunes if you haven't got it yet. Or I guess both of them. We have 2 out. We also have a merch store too with also really cool stuff. We have a website if you want to, read more about us. Social media. We're on YouTube if you want to see our music videos, or you can always, add any of us personally on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. We'll talk to you. I'm always tweeting at people, or So yeah.
I'll definitely leave all the links for that at the bottom of the page for anyone that wants to check these guys out, and make sure you guys let us know what you think of City of the Week in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This has been Corey with Concert Crap, and we will see you guys next time.